Are you worried that you've been studying English for a long time and you don't seem to be improving? Or your improvement is very slow? Well, maybe your English is better than you think it is. In this video, we're going to look at 3 ways you can judge your English level, track your progress, and always keep a positive learning mindset. So let's go. English is very important, there's no question about it. You might need English for your studies or for your job, or maybe you're thinking about moving to a different country. And there are so many times when we're learning English when we can feel sad, disappointed, embarrassed, or even want to quit. Like if you speak to someone in English and they don't understand you, or you take an exam and you get a low score, or you apply for a job but you don't get it because your English wasn't good enough. And in times like that, it's really hard to know, is my English good or bad? Am I improving or am I just standing still? So let's talk about exactly how to judge how good your English is and whether you're improving. The first method of judging your English is who you compare yourself to. Now, you might be a very competitive person, and in which case, it's really good to find someone who's a little bit better than you so you can chase them. But for most people, even if we have like 100 friends and 99 of those friends don't speak any English and one friend has very good English, we're gonna compare ourselves to that one person. And that's not good. And our parents are the same. They'll say things like, "Why aren't you as good at English as Mary's daughter? She got a band 9 in IELTS and she was only 5 years old." So here's what you should do. Stop comparing yourself to other people and start comparing yourself to yourself. Set a benchmark of what you did in English in the past and then try to beat that benchmark. For example, you read 1 English article last week. This week, try to read 2 or 3 articles. Or you understood 50% of an episode of Friends that you watched yesterday. Today, you'll watch it again and understand 70%. Or a big one, you got 6 in IELTS speaking last time. This time you'll take it and you'll get 6.5. So the benchmarks can be big or they can be small. But if you keep setting these benchmarks and beating them, then you know for sure that your English is improving. And my question for you today, what benchmark are you going to set for yourself? Tell me all about it under the video. And if you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, if you want to keep improving your English, we've got great courses to help you. We've got courses for vocabulary, for grammar, for reading, for many different exams to help your fluency, all kinds of courses. And the links are just here under the video. The second method of judging your English is getting feedback from someone or something. So when we get feedback, we can judge over time how much we're improving. For example, an English teacher could give you a test today and then the same test in 2 months and tell you, all right, these are the areas that you've improved, but these areas haven't changed. Now that's okay, but if you want a quicker thing that you can do right now, you can use ChatGPT to judge your English writing. So every 2 weeks, you can do the same type of writing activity and give it to ChatGPT and say, hey, how good is my English? What are my mistakes? What grade could I get? For example, you could do an IELTS writing task 2 essay and ask it to give you a score and also tell you which areas you made mistakes and how to improve on those mistakes. And we do it 2 weeks later with a different question, but the same style of question, and 2 weeks later, and 2 weeks later, and we're able to see how much we improve. And underneath the video, we've got a list of simple prompts that you can give ChatGPT so that it can be your English teacher. And if you check out our website, the link is below, we have a much bigger article with many more prompts. So the idea of method 2 is that you get specific feedback about one area of your English at one point in time. And then you do the same thing again to track your progress as you improve. Method 3, I like to call exploding bubbles. So this is really all about one question. Are you studying in an uncomfortable way? So I have an English friend who's learning Spanish, and he decided to download Duolingo, a very famous app. And he downloaded it and he used it, and it was fun, and it makes a noise like ding. So it made him feel good. And so he kept using it, He used it for over 200 days to practice his Spanish. And it was so comfortable for him. He really liked doing it. He enjoyed it so much. And then he went to Spain, and what do you think happened? He couldn't say a word. Well, maybe he said hello, but that was it. Now, what was the problem? The problem was he was too comfortable. He wasn't doing things that were challenging for him. He was staying in his comfort zone, in his little Duolingo bubble. By far, the quickest way to improve your English is doing things that are uncomfortable. This is something that Grant Cardone says in a really good book that I read recently called The 10X Rule. And in that book, he talks about doing the things that are uncomfortable, the things that you fear. You're afraid of them because those are the things that are really going to help you to improve. And they're the things that can make the biggest difference to you achieving your goals. Not just in language learning, in many things, but it's definitely true of English. We have to be uncomfortable. For example, if you really enjoy reading in English, and that's very nice and comfortable for you, but you get scared and you can't say anything when you open your mouth, what should you do? You should find every opportunity to speak, to open your mouth. Because if you stay in your little English reading bubble, you'll never improve as quickly as if you go out of that bubble, you explode the bubble, and you find opportunities to speak. You find the thing that scares you and you do it. That's how you improve much quicker. And you keep doing it and doing it and doing it until it isn't uncomfortable anymore. And then you find something else that's uncomfortable and you keep doing that and you repeat. And then eventually you'll look back and say, oh my God, I can't believe I was scared of speaking English. And that's how you'll know that you really have improved. So those are the 3 ways that you can judge just how good your English is and also track your progress as you improve. Remember, those ChatGPT writing prompts are down here. We've also got loads of great courses for you. The links are under the video as well. Remember, today's question, what will your benchmark be? What goal will you set for yourself in English? Tell me under the video. If you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps us, so we appreciate your support. I'm Francis from Last Minute English. Thank you for watching. See you next time.